Hello everybody and welcome to quick lesson 13. We've been looking over the past few weeks at enhancing our chords, and this week we're going to look at how we can add very simply to basic chords. Just adding one note to a basic chord actually enhances the chord. So let's actually start with our G7. Right. So make a G7 shape, right, which I'm sure you're all comfortable with. Right, and what we're going to do, we're going to use a count of 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. But on the third one, right, we're going to place our pinky on where C is. So it's on the A string at the 3rd fret. Right, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so that's our additional note adding to a G7 chord, to a 4 count. So on my count of 4, let's just do that together, very slowly. That's the main point, to just learn it very slowly first of all. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, okay. You'll notice that I'm just doing down strums. Whilst I'm learning anything, that's always the best way to start. You can always speed up and do your normal strumming once you're comfortable. Now, word of warning, it's likely, unless you use your pinky, that this will have a mind of its own. It's sort of attached to this one, and so until you train it not to, it sort of follows that finger around. But once you've got it, then you can make it do what you want it to do. That's where we need to get to. So be patient with actually doing that. It will actually come. Okay, so let's just do that a little bit faster then. So we're adding this note, the C position on the A string. That's our 3rd fret on the A string. Okay, a little bit faster this time. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, okay, just practice that over and over again, speeding up when you're ready to. It's only when you actually speed up so that some of these additional notes and all the other things that we've been doing actually make any relevance and make any difference to the song itself. It sounds a bit artificial as we play it at a slow speed. Okay, let's move to the F chord now. Make an F chord, right? And what we're going to do this time is we're going to use this finger, the 3rd finger, and we're going to place it below our 2nd finger, keeping F on, right? We're then going to add another finger underneath, right? That's the 2nd fret of the C string, right? And that is going to become our additional note, right? And again, we're going to do a count of 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the 3 is where we'll put our finger down. All right. So slowly with me on my count: 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Okay. I'm sure that wouldn't be too much of a problem to you. Just practice and practice and practice. That's all it is. Right. Let's just do that a little bit faster this time around then. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Right. So we've got 2 additional notes that we can add to a G7, to an F. The principle that you're learning here are just on 2 for example chords. You can find out for yourself on other chords. Okay, back to our G7, right? Now when we do our G7, currently we've done this one, we've added that one, the C to the 3rd fret of the A, right? But we could also do the E string at the 3rd fret, right? And what you're doing as you do that, in actual fact, is you're making a G chord. So we've got G7, and just by adding our finger, just for that one note, right, we make a G chord. So it's fine because it's in G, so it's going to work fine. All right, so that's another one that we can do. Going back to F, okay. If we use our pinky, right, and put that where we'd make a C chord, we get another sound, right? It's an enhanced F, right? The reason why it will work is because this is the C note, right, that we're making, and an F chord has F-A-C in it. So as long as we're adding either F's or A's or C's to an F chord, it's going to be fine. The beauty of doing this one with our pinky is if the next chord was a C chord, then all we've got to do is lift the F shape off and we're playing a C. And of course we're never just going to be doing that anyway, because you've been enhancing your chords. So as I lift the F to C, I can then start to manipulate my fingers around by playing some passing notes, and by doing that it allows me to get my finger, and the right finger, preferable finger we would always use, back on the C, right, and we're ready to go again. So there's no sort of moving around or anything like that. The moving around comes by the passing notes that we're doing. Okay, so what I'd like you to do is to explore that principle of adding notes, and have a look at if you can find any others. There are others for you to do, and if you do that, then what you will find is you can make interesting sounds very, very simply just by adding a finger. And look at other chords. The principle I would advise is try things out. If it works, keep it for yourself. If it doesn't work, don't do it. Simple as that. Okay, and then what you can do is to really now do the finger lifts, the passing chords, and the additional notes. So the principle is really, now what I'm trying to get over to you is that your fingers really should be on the bounce all of the time. It's in particular in simpler songs with very few chords, right? And that's how you would add interest. So many thanks once again for tuning in. I hope you will take something away from these lessons, and I will see you very, very soon. So look after yourselves.